5,000 years. Situated at the heart of three major world religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, it holds immense spiritual significance for billions of people. This unique status has, unsurprisingly, made Jerusalem one of the most contested and fought-over places in history. Over the centuries, it has been a prized possession of empires, kingdoms, and religious movements, changing hands no fewer than 40 times. The deep-rooted conflicts and grievances surrounding the city continue to shape its story well into the 21st century. But how did this ancient settlement, which began as a small community around a water spring, evolve into one of the most politically and religiously charged locations on Earth? This is the story of how Jerusalem became the world's holiest city. The earliest traces of Jerusalem date back to around 3000 BC, when a settlement was established near the Gihon Spring. This vital water source allowed its early inhabitants to thrive in an otherwise harsh and arid environment, laying the groundwork for what would eventually become one of the most significant cities in human history. By 2000 BC, Jerusalem was situated just outside the borders of the Middle Kingdom of Egypt. It was during this time that the city, referred to as Jerusalem, was first mentioned in ancient Egyptian texts. The settlement was inhabited by the Canaanites, who constructed protective stone walls around the area to safeguard their precious water supply. By 1500 BC, Jerusalem had become a vassal state under the rule of the Egyptian New Kingdom, which controlled a vast territory stretching from the Sahara to the edges of modern-day Turkey. However, the decline of Egyptian power during the 12th century BC, a period known as the Late Bronze Age collapse, led to the fragmentation of empires across the eastern Mediterranean. This era of upheaval gave rise to smaller, independent kingdoms, including the Israelites. According to biblical tradition, the Israelites, led by King David, captured Jerusalem around 1000 BC and established it as the capital of their new kingdom, Israel. Under King Solomon, David's successor, Jerusalem flourished. It was during this time that the first temple, later known as Solomon's Temple, was constructed. This monumental structure became the spiritual and political center of the Israelite kingdom, solidifying Jerusalem's status as a holy city. Over the centuries, the city's significance only grew as it became a focal point for religious pilgrimage, cultural exchange, and imperial ambition. Jerusalem's story is one of resilience and transformation, shaped by the countless empires, cultures, and faiths that have left their mark on its ancient streets.